Welcome to Warframe, a family-friendly game that focuses on exploring the universe. You'll bond with nature, animals, children, and at the same time, learn to respect different cultures and other people. I'm thinking they lied to us when they said this was going to be a family-friendly game. A lot of violence, I would give this a hard M, a very hard M.
Hard M. This could be a T.
How am I going to explain this to my grandmother? Okay, so the game isn't all about finding your inner peace or completely murdering everything that gets in your path. Actually, that latter part's more true than it is false. Regardless, this is Warframe. So the developer sponsored GaLm and I to create a video that kind of goes over the basics of Warframe and introduces you to the game. They also just dropped a large content update. How they can afford to do that for free and still pay us, I'm not really sure, but I'm not their accountant. Loadout customization. Make yourself beautiful, or in my case, as ugly as possible. This is where you're going to essentially pick your Warframe, your guns, your companions, and choose a playstyle that matches what you want. So I went with Atlas. He's a bit beefier, and he's also the Lord of Rocks, but he is on the uglier side. And you're going to take some crap for that.
God, you're ugly.
Wow, GaLm.
You look like a kid started messing with clay, then just kind of gave up. Oh, it's gonna look so cool! And then he got distracted and just went off and played video games.
You know, there was a real adult who developed this skin, okay? I'm sure they are ecstatic to hear that.
Well, maybe
you look like a child fucked up. It really is an ugly skin, though, I'll give you that.
An ugly skin.
But he is the Lord of Rocks, and unless you have paper-thin skin, I think you'll be fine.
Just a little rock, paper, scissors joke for you.
Ugly, but fine. So every single Warframe has different abilities that I'll just kind of call magic attacks that has an energy bar to use. For example, we were playing with some people earlier, and I think he said he had a hentai build. I don't know. It was a tentacle build. It's absolutely overpowered as all hell, but it looks cool. It's like Captain Jack Sparrow meets Japan. It just picked enemies up and thrashed them. GaLm's was essentially, he was a flying ember. He just set everything on fire. And me, Lord of Rock, I actually got to wait, hold on. Before I do that, I actually tried a different class before this, one that was called Frost. I'm like, great, I'll title the video Chilled, in quotation marks, Chaos, because I'll just destroy everybody. Turns out, Frost guy, not that exciting. He just turns people into frost and freezes them. Great for support, not too exciting for actually trying to murder stuff. So I went back to the Lord of Rock, and he summons rocks! He actually has a Medusa stare where he can turn things to stone. He can also summon a wall and then throw the wall at people. And then his most expensive ability actually summons 2 rocks to help me. Okay, now that doesn't sound that exciting, 2 rocks to help me, but it actually is pretty cool that you could summon companions and they'll come beat the crap out of things for you. Let's say your class does not summon rocks, so you don't get rock companions, and you're not really feeling the worm companion. Early on in the game, you get your own personal dog! If you play a little bit, you'll unlock it later on. And these Kubros, they're like wolves that eat the enemy. He's like a more evil, sinister, badass-looking dog meat, which I'm okay with.
Why is your infected dog different from mine? Doesn't even resemble it.
Yeah, what the hell? You have like a greyhound. I have an ugly fucking thing.
What the hell?
What the hell happened to mine? Is it because I'm ugly? Chilled, I'm tired of watching you shoot things with a shotgun. What else can we do? Well, I'm glad you asked. And I think GaLm has the answer to that.
You can use your archwing on underwater sections in Uranus.
That entire sentence was not PG-13. Where can you explain where again can I use my archwing? The underwater sections of Uranus.
Yep, you can fly around in Uranus.
Great. After doing a series of quests and collecting some materials, welcome what I'd like to call Warframe meets Robots meets Gundam.
Congratulations, you've crafted an Arcwing.
Whoa!
Okay.
Flying in space.
The Fomorian weapons are designed to destroy capital ships.
What the fuck?
Oh, you just got laser.
I'm dead. There are certain missions that will have you flying around space, unloading on enemies, slicing enemies.
Yep. You also still have your sword.
Oh my god, you just charged in.
Yeah.
The sword auto locks on, that's cool.
It's fucking badass, man.
I'm also pretty sure there are other missions that you can use the Arcwing that will involve you less flying around space and more being able to just launch from the ground and flying around. I didn't get a chance to see it. I think GaLm did when he entered the Uranus, but unfortunately I didn't get that far. Now, one of the larger, more complex things about this game that's less flashy and more behind the scenes is actually how you customize your Warframe with mods. I don't want to spend too long going over it because there are hundreds of different builds and there's really not one correct one, but I just wanted to show its existence. You can essentially customize your gun, your Warframe, your companions with all sorts of buffs, so whether or not your gun will be shooting multiple shots, whether they'll be penetrating people, whether they'll be doing elemental damage, whether your shields will be at max capacity. There's a crap load of ways to be able to customize your character, and that's half the fun of the game. You pick a new weapon, you add some mods to it, you fool around, and you change your playstyle up. Now, one of the things I really enjoy about this game that, to be honest, I'm not too sure how many other people enjoy because I was told to not even cover this, is the PvP aspect. You take your Warframe, you customize him, you bring him in and you fight against other customized mechs. GaLm and I we were ripping it up pretty good. Well, after this one guy named Pinky Dog, he heard us, but he quit, and after he quit, we came in and we annihilated. So I would say check out the PvP if you don't want to do a little bit of the world exploring. See what the PvP has to offer. We had a good time with it. Oh my god, that just exploded. Rock team, go!
Good job with your rock team.
Oh, Internet, the places you'll go. This has been Warframe in a nutshell. You're gonna explore the universe. You're gonna fight boss battles, which we didn't even really cover. They're huge. You're gonna be doing some player versus player. You're gonna be customizing the hell out of your mod. One thing that you must know is the beginning hours are a bit grindy until you get to the good stuff, but once you get your Kubro and your Arcwing and you start delving into the story, I think you'll enjoy it. That is all she wrote. Thank you for watching. Thank you to Warframe for sponsoring this video. If you see some people asking questions that I may not have the answer to, feel free to chime in the comment section and let them know. Knowledge is power. Actually, no it's not. This is power. That's power. The brain is a muscle, and this is a muscle, and that's a muscle. These are all muscles, and I am covered in muscle, which means I am covered in brains. But unfortunately, even with all that brain, I will not be able to answer all the questions. So if you do play Warframe, and you have knowledge, please feel free to share. Oh, and a very important note for transparency's sake, before you burn me at the stake, we were given about $100 in in-game money, so we were able to kind of rush something. So when you create your Arcwing or you want to get mods, it sometimes takes time. We were able to use in-game currency that they gave us to expedite that. It's definitely not needed because the game is free to play and they really stick to that, but this will make your life a little bit easier. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will catch you guys later.
You can use your Archwing on underwater sections in Uranus.
That entire sentence was not PG-13.